No expectations at all.
I wanted to take a look back over 2024 Vlogmas, especially knowing what we now know during the Emily era in preparation for Vlogmas 2025.
Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas. So this is like a mini Vlogmas. If my vlog is only 3 minutes long, then it's only 3 minutes long. There's gonna be no expectations at all, but you will be seeing.
Great. So literally no different than what we can expect from you this time round, most likely.
Seen, regardless of the length, one video from me from December 1st all the way to December 25th. So I was actually supposed to have an interview yesterday with NBC. As you guys know, I actually told you guys about it, where I declined the offer to do the interview. They actually saw my video where I spoke about it. So they reached back out to me and they wanted to do the interview. And I was like, yes, of course I'll do it. So it's an NBC article about girl world, Nikocado avocado, fat phobia, fat shaming, and YouTube monetizing that. So I'm extremely nervous.
Did anything ever come from this? I can't quite remember. Has this been released yet? I don't think it was it? Or maybe it was and I'm just living under a rock.
This is the first interview that I ever said, yes, I will do. I'm so nervous, my stomach hurts. But I'm gonna do great. I know I am. Just think positive thoughts for me, please. But yes.
Do you reckon Tommy was at work, Emily was at work and ALR just had to be on the phone to her 24/7, hence the AirPod.
The interview was supposed to be yesterday, but they contacted me and said we had to reschedule, so it's going to be happening today. So, the nervous jitters. You guys, my interview is in 15 minutes, and I am just, like, so nervous. A part of me wants to be like, okay, never mind,
Honey, that angle is doing you no favors, but I think you know that.
Let's not do the interview. But you know what? I need to be, like, a grown woman and just do it. Do it. Like, it's...
Yeah, a grown woman, not a grown toddler.
Genuinely time that my voice is heard. Huh, baby girl. Yeah, love you.
Aw, twink.
The interview is over. It was 40 minutes long and honestly went so good. The journalist was super kind and it just made it like really easy to talk to her. She said there might be update questions.
Were they flirting with you?
And she might just send them in a text message. And she also said that the article won't be published probably until like the end of December. I don't know. I feel like there was so much I could have said, but I didn't want to just like ramble on and on. But as I sit here, I'm like, damn, there's so much to be said. Either way, great interview. I'm glad that that was my first interview that I ever said yes to in 11 years. Wow. I don't understand. Beginning of this video, I was wearing earrings. Where did they go? I have no idea. So I ordered 2 tiny ornaments. They're not for
ornament. Holy shit, there's just no way. There's no way she doesn't do it on purpose.
For me, but Tommy was putting up the Christmas tree and an ornament fell to the floor and broke, as you can see here. So I was like, you know what? Let's order a new one because that ornament is special to her. She got it in a German store when she went on vacation. It's just really off the chain crazy that I ordered 2 small ornaments from the exact same like ornament shop and it comes in 2 separate huge boxes. Like this is insane.
Guys, that is off the chain crazy work.
For 2 small little tiny ornaments. Like what? So we got the little pickle. So it's a tradition that you hide the pickle in the Christmas tree and then you have to find it. While Tommy's at work.
She is at work.
In the tree and then she's gonna have to find it. Aww, I hope it's similar. It's literally identical to the one that broke. And then I saw this mini mac and cheese one and I was like, that is funny. Like
you're in a new area. Could you imagine just being sat at home waiting for your other half to get home from work and that's all you do? You can't do anything else because you're housebound. Because you've ate yourself that way, might I add. Like, what kind of life is that?
I'm all about the aesthetic, so I would never have this like on my tree
Rude.
In Oklahoma. But Tommy's very much about like tradition and just like cute, random ornaments. And I love that for her. So I saw this and I was like, I've got to get it. Like, that is so funny. Look at that. Let's go hide the pickle. All right, so we're just gonna put the mac and cheese right there. And I think that we should hide the pickle down at the bottom, way back here. Like literally no pickle in sight. Like it's gonna be so hard for her to find, but it's right there. I forgot it was Vlogmas, folks, and I've already had 3 of my sushis. This is a meal that I have been loving lately. This is Connie salad, which is just like an imitation crab. And then this is just...
So regardless of whether or not you're showing us how beautiful and green and non-beige, well, there's a little bit of beige in there, but despite this being a meal that's, you know, vibrant in colours and somewhat healthier for you than your usual pick, it's still not great when you probably have ate so much other food that you've not shown us up until this point.
Just crab sushi, pretty much. And I'm telling you, like, this has just been like one of my like fixations lately, and thankfully.
But also, because she's housebound, this is the only form of stimulation she can possibly strive for. And that's why she's also a very toxic person, because when you argue a lot, you can get a boost from that, which sounds crazy, I know. I think where she has no other form of stimulus, because she can't really go out, she can't drive, she doesn't have the same freedoms afforded to you and I. So food becomes that, and it's this case of, well, it's the only thing I can control. I can choose what flavors I have today. I can pick everything from this collection. You know, I have choice. It's a vicious cycle, because the larger you are, the more housebound you are, and the less you can get out and do anything about it.
Thankfully, it's not like an unhealthy fixation by no means. Like, my last fixation was Tootsie Rolls. That's not the greatest, but this one's so good.
Because it's smothered in sauce.
Oh my god. Why is that so good? And then it also has like some sort of, I want to say panko on top. And then I just add a little bit of soy sauce. And also the sushi has avocado, which is my fave. All right, so there are some questions about the Billie Eilish concert that I want to answer. First one is, were you in accessible seating, like handicap seating? No, this was an executive suite. Did we stay in a hotel room? No. We actually left to go home that night. How long did I wait in line to get into the concert? It was a little bit over an hour. Why did I keep changing seats during the concert? I definitely didn't. It was just because Tommy's phone camera.
Again, that's probably the first time she left the house in God knows how many days. So it just goes to show that she is capable of doing it.
Like, made the image reversed versus when I was using my camera, it made the image like look different. So there was no seat changing. And then the last question is, was there anyone sitting next to Tommy? Yes, there was like tons of people on the side of her, but I wanted the end. But those are the people that we actually made friends with while we were there.
Well, yeah, you wanted the end because you're 600 pounds, girl. Of course you wanted the end. I like having an exit row. But let's not pretend that you wanted the end for any other reason than because you're massive and needed it for convenience.
There. Thank you guys for spending Vlogmas Day 1 together, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Wow, riveting content, thank you. What you think Vlogmas 2025 will consist of, where she can just post a couple of minutes of her day and call that work. Most likely. So hopefully you guys stick around so that I don't have to watch it alone. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.